and welcome to Afrocentric Television Channel 15.8. This is a show that revolves around the African in the diaspora, especially here in Houston, and by extension, the United States. My name is Kola, and today we have a whole lot of, not a whole lot also, but there's some lined up for you. We have two vibrant young men, they are siblings. They feel the need to give back to the Nigerian community and Houston as a whole. So they created a platform, Peacexpiece, where they, give other talents a platform to showcase their gifts, their talents, and they push them and promote them. And they also give back to Texas Children Hospital. They do also promote mental health. And, they also promote the African fashion here in Houston. That is so awesome of what these guys are doing. And our next guest is a gentleman that is new to his position as a national body. He's the president of the Nigerian National Association of Students here in the United States. He was the former president of Nigerian Students Association, Purview, and he's going to be talking about the impact of Nigerians in diaspora on the Nigerian economy. Well, we have much more coming up from Fauzi and Bayonle to talk about the entertainment and the sports segment, and soon we will be bringing you more on our health segment. Please don't touch the dial. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to your entertainment report with the one, the only, Fauzi Aminu here on My Community on Afrocentric TV channel 15.8, and I am back to deliver the tea, tell you where you need to be, and give you all the latest jams in the streets, because you know I'm the plug. Okay, now this week I've got quite a couple of things lined up for y'all, and even some giveaways, because you guys are amazing and you deserve it. Okay. Congratulations are in order for rapper Olamide on the arrival and expectation of his two new babies, one from his fiancée, Bukumi, and the other from his alleged best friend, OAP Mariah Okan. That situation confused a few people last week, but the air is clear now. Anyhow, I'm here for it because I like babies, so the more the merrier. And I just guess it just means that everything now double for Olamide. Once again, congratulations, man. It's never a bad thing when babies are involved. Last week, I was telling you guys, and I even showed you guys a video about how Senator Elisha Abbo assaulted a woman in a sex store. The man eventually issued an apology to the girl, but the police still arrested him, which is good, and they filed charges against him. He was later granted bail, and can you just imagine the nerve of this man to still be taking selfies with people in the courtroom? As a matter of fact, I don't even blame him. It's the unfortunate fellows lining up for pictures that I personally feel sorry for. Elisha Abbo was later probed by a panel of senators, and he quickly displayed his real face as he lashed out on Senator Tinubu.
To us, because you undermine us by even trying to do that. You haven't even listened to us. Even if we are going beyond what you expect, you can stop us. But you don't come to on the other side and start dictating to us. Do you want us to protect you, or do you want us to defend you, or you want to be on your own? Because do you realize that the Senate, I hope that mic and let me finish. Do you realize that the Senate, when we constitute this, whatever the law gives, we can also suspend you? Do you realize that? No, sir.
I will not see you threatening me with suspicion.
We are not threatening you. I said we are not threatening you.
I will not see you threatening with suspicion.
All due respect.
Which year you have got if you are a senator like me, you cannot threaten me suspicion. I take exception.
Off that mic. You are digging a hole for yourself.
All right, then go and
I'm also another woman.
Yes,
ma'am. Be careful.
Ma'am.
I'm guessing because she was a woman and he didn't like what she was saying. It's clear that this man has no regard for women. And if you ask me, I think he might need a little bit of anger management. Just small. Maybe a lot. Moving on, it's like Alison Madueke Dizani's loot never finishes. The Nigerian government has seized 1,897 jewelry items worth about $40 million. That's 40 million US dollars. Don't get mistakenly think I'm talking about naira. And I'm just wondering where this money and all this jewelry and everything is being manufactured from, because it just does not want to end. And Baba God, I want to know why they cannot misplace such in my bank account. Anyways, I guess Dizani was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a thief, but at least I'm be a bad thief. Now playing. You guys can join in on the conversation, share your opinions, give me the latest gist so I'm up to date, even though I'm always up to date, by joining me with the hashtag Entertainment Report on Instagram. And don't forget to follow me while you're at it. That way I can see your post. As far as upcoming events go, the first thing you need to know is that my mother's birthday is coming up on the 16th of July, and I just want to use this platform and this moment to wish my mom, my Wura Yebie, the person who birthed me, a very happy birthday. I love you so much. And yeah, I'm giving you TV shout out now. The next event you need to know about is the Lolly Cosmetic pop-up shop here in Houston on July 13th. This is an exclusive, one-of-a-kind curated experience, and I'm super duper excited to be a part of this. There's going to be live makeup artists in the building beating faces, lit music from the hottest DJ in the streets, Attractor. Dope vendors will be in attendance, such as Fleek Lashes, Juices with Joy, 7 Layers Jewelry, and more. And the best part about this event is there's going to be complimentary Hennessy provided all day long. The event is already sold out, but because I love you guys so much, I'm going to give 3 of you, now only 3 of you, a chance to come turn up with us. All you got to do is send an email to info@fauziaminu.com with the subject, I want to be jolly at Lolly, with your first name and last name in the body of the email. Next up in events, Rick Hassani will be stopping by in Houston, Texas as he continues his worldwide tour, and he will be having a concert at the Ava Center on July 20th. And from what I'm hearing, that's where it's gonna be at. To get tickets, you can go to Wani Kitchen, or you can get them online at takeri.com. That is www.takeri.com. On July 26th, the African Teddy Bear Comedy Show is going down at the Firehouse Saloon, and according to what the streets are saying, that's the move on the 26th. You can get tickets at any of the Wazobia locations or online via Eventbrite. For more information on any of these events, please visit www.fauziaminu.com/events. The top 3 songs I have for you guys this week, and in no particular order, are Totori by Olamide, Wizkid, and Id Kabasa. You won't even know when your head will just start moving like this. Now I'm just playing. Next up, I've got Dodo Mayana by Bazouch featuring Ichaba, Mins, and LAX. And while we're here, I just want to congratulate Bazouch on getting signed with Aristocrat Records. I wish you nothing but the best in your newest journey. And last but not least, and definitely not my least favorite song this week, is Kelegbe Megbe by Adekunle Gold. Woo, that was a mouthful. You already know Adekunle Gold's motto, I will not be music. And this song is a nice, sensual, and soft vibe. I 10 over 10 recommend that you listen to it right now. It's definitely not your typical bass music. And for that reason, I love it. Like, I love it. You can listen to any of these songs and the songs from the previous week on fauziaminu.com/top3. I know you guys like my shirts. I got it from Ophelia Designs. Painter, comedian, event host, author, caricaturist, and designer. Make sure you check out Ophelia Designs on Instagram to get this shirt and other cool merch. And you can also go on www.affiliated.com. Okay? That's all I got for you guys this week. I know you guys are going to miss me because my gist is always sweet. I know. But come back next week. I'll give you guys another one as the day hot. Once again, my name is Fauzi Aminu, and this is the Entertainment Report on my community. See you guys next week. Same place, same time.
It's another sports segment on my community on Afrocentric television station, channel 15.8. My name is Bayonle Arashi. I'm always excited coming your way every week, bringing you the best of sports and highlights across the world. Today, let's go straight to the news I have for you. For the first time in history, the back-to-back champions, the United States of America, won back-to-back title, making it their 4th title at the world level. The U.S. women national team had to really dig deep to really be able to win and conquer the Netherlands women national team last week Sunday in France. It was really very exciting for those beautiful ladies. A converted penalty by Adidas golden ball and boot winner Megan Rapinoe, and a wonderful strike by breakout star Rose Lavelle made the difference in Lyon as USA extend their record with 4 Women's World Cup trophies at France 2009. Really, really wonderful feat for the United States women national team. They have since been back home, and of course, they've granted so much interviews. It's been really, really, really a wonderful atmosphere right here in the United States as we celebrate those wonderful women for winning that championship, the World Championship, of course. The Netherlands women put in their best ever Women's Club World Cup performance, as it is only their second appearance at the championship. Really, really proud of those Netherlands ladies. They put in their best. They defeated many, many other teams to really get to that stage of the World Cup final. The U.S. women national team won all their 7 games. So to say, we are so proud of them. I will say congratulations from every one of us here at Afrocentric television station. Moving on now, 41-year-old Frank Lampard has been appointed as manager of Chelsea Football Club as owner Roman Abramovich turned to a favorite, fan favorite. Of course, you know Lampard was the former Chelsea legend. He's the highest goal scorer for the team. He's such a darling of all Chelsea fans. We all welcome him. And of course, he was given a 3-year contract to manage the club. As you know, Chelsea, as at this moment, will not be able to sign any player as it is serving the 2-year ban placed on it by the World Football Governing Body, FIFA. Do you think Lampard will be a success at Chelsea? I think so. I think Lampard will be a wonderful success at Chelsea. Most of those players we have on loan, it is time to bring them back. Kurt Zuma, and so many of them, I can't start mentioning their name. And of course, many of us look forward to what they're going to do. Some pre-season friendlies have already been arranged by Chelsea and other clubs across the world. And you know, it's going to be probably the first season in 8 years that Chelsea will be without their genius, their former genius player, of course, Eden Hazard. We have another one that we hope will really, really, really spring up a lot of surprises. U.S. national team player, of course, coming to Chelsea as one of the star-studded teams that we're going to have this coming season. What position do you think Chelsea will end in the 2019-2020 season? Share your opinion with me at Midas Soccer on all social media platforms, and let's take it from there. Congratulations to Chelsea and, of course, Frank Lampard, and hope the best is yet to come for that wonderful football club. Moving on to the next story, of course, it has to do with the Brazilian star boy, Neymar. Of course, Neymar refused to show up in his club's Paris Saint-Germain pre-season resumption in France. And of course, the PSG sporting director, Leonardo, says he can leave the club if the price suits everyone. Neymar has been touted to want to go back to Barcelona. And I said on social media just last week that that particular move shouldn't have happened at all if Neymar has really thought it out very, very well. He really wanted to outshine Messi. And of course, Messi has really, really proven himself over the years to be a god right there at the Camp Nou Football Club, Camp Nou Stadium. I'm always missing between Camp Nou and Santiago Bernabeu. But of course, Camp Nou is the home of Barcelona, while Santiago Bernabeu is the home of Real Madrid. So Neymar is now thinking it's about time for him to go back to his roots and really, really compete again at the highest level with Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and all the other star-studded players in Barcelona. But of course, his father came out and said Neymar had commitment with his personal businesses, and of course, he will be resuming on July the 15th to the PSG camp. But everybody knew that right now, Neymar doesn't want to go back to PSG and is trying to force a move to Barcelona. Well, good luck to him on that one. Of course, Brazil, they won the Copa America last week Sunday as well. As I remember, I said it, that they've never lost any of the Copa America that they hosted on their soil. They won that particular game by 3-1. Gabriel Jesus, as they call him, he scored a goal, and of course, he was sent off in that particular one. Final story for the day, of course, after 2 weeks of group stage action and of course round of 16 knockout games, which has many, many, many surprises, which includes Egypt, the host nation. They were knocked out by South Africa. Can you believe that? They were knocked out by South Africa. It happened. And of course, another shocker, of course, Benin Republic. that has about less than 10 million of its citizens, they defeated Morocco. Morocco was being one of what was actually said they were going to get all the way in that championship. They probably win the championship because they won all their group games. Egypt also won all their group games, and now they are out of the Africa Cup of Nations, the 32nd edition, of course. And of course, quarterfinal games. One was played yesterday, another one was played today. Nigeria competed against South Africa yesterday, and of course, Senegal played against Benin Republic on Wednesday. And of course, earlier today, Algeria versus Ivory Coast, and of course, Madagascar versus Tunisia. Tunisia did not win a single match in their group game, and now they are in the quarterfinals. That is the joy, and of course, the miracle that the Africa Cup of Nations can bring. They defeated Ghana on penalties to really get to the quarterfinal of the Africa Cup of Nations. Do you think the Super Eagles of Nigeria will go all the way? And of course, hopefully, I'll bring you some of those highlights of the quarterfinal games next week on the show. That's all I have for you this week on My Community Sport on Afrocentric television station. My name is Bayonle Arashi. Hope you enjoy the beat I brought for you today. Till I see you guys again next week, God willing. Take care. Keep doing sport. Bye-bye now.
It's your boy Easy. Yeah. Are you ready? If you give your heart to me, I no go let you go. Where I no go do you, basa basa, baby, trust in me. When you give your heart to me, I no go let you go. Where I no go do you, basa basa, baby, trust in me. I go do your body like skin tight. Where I go do by your side. 10 times when I no get to stick out, you dey by my side. So make I do your body like skin tight. Where I go do by your side, 'cause 10 times when I no get to stick out.
My name is Dr. Victor Oderinde. I am Afrocentric.
For instance, say they give this power to the young hands. Young hands will connect, no be wrong hands. Wrong hands will go carry money, go down. What's up, my people? My name is Alex Kuba, I'm an actor, and I play the character Legit in the movie Power of One. If you're in Houston on the 12th of July, we're bringing to you the biggest movie of the year, The Power of One. We premiere Power of One at the AMC Cinemas in Donville Road. So please, guys, come on out. Let's have a great watch and enjoy the movie. This event is powered by Shepherd Night Entertainment and Nevada Bridge Pro. See you guys.
Well, welcome back to My Community on Afrocentric Television, channel 15.8. As you know, this is a show that revolves around the African community in Houston and by extension, the United States. My name is Kola. As you know, today we are joined by two young execs. What they're doing is beautiful for our community here in Houston, and they happen to be Nigerians by origin. And so one of them is Mr. Ayodele Shofoluwe and his brother Kolade Shofoluwe. And they have this organization called Peace by Peace Incorporated. What Peace by Peace does is to give others, a platform to create. They have a platform to give others a chance to showcase their talents, their work in arts, music, entertainment, and whatnot. So joining us today, Mr. Ayodele, how are you?
I'm doing well, sir.
It's good to see you. And Mr. Kolade?
I'm doing really good.
Awesome. I'm Kola also, as you know. Anyway, so my name's Steak. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started with this Peace by Peace.
Yes, thank you for having us, by the way. Yes, Peace by Peace Incorporated is a philanthropic organization dedicated to empowering people through the advancement of the arts while bringing issues of concern to the community at large. We got started because me and my brother, we are creatives. We do creative things, but we wanted to expand and provide a platform for all of the creatives and artists and the talented people around the greater Houston area. So this is how we got started. because I'm an artist myself. I'm an artist in music. I do music, but I knew people around from going to like different events where like like-minded creatives were, but I wanted to like, okay, let's show the world what we have to offer. So that's how we got started with the Peacex Culture Fest, which is a flagship event where we curate performing artists, young performing artists, and just give them a platform in front of a new audience.
So you are an artist yourself.
Yes, sir.
But then you're giving other artists a platform to showcase their talent.
Correct.
No rivalry.
No rivalry.
Nothing.
No rivalry.
I think that is what love and being generous is about. Right, and I know you do give back to community, other than giving artists a platform where they can come and showcase what they do and talk about poetry and just entertainment in general. Yes. I know you said also your sister was or is still an artist, right? And
yeah, well,
how did that get started?
She was my inspiration and my segue into music. We used to watch this show on BET that was popular at the time, 106 Apart.
Oh yeah, yeah, Tiger and all. Yeah, that was my show too.
All of the artists that we know today were coming up, and that was a platform for them to get to where they are today.
Ah, so they were underground then, and then they come on there, they feature them, and then people see, oh, this is a great artist, and then so that's similar to what y'all do. Wow, I've forgotten totally about 106 Park, man.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good one. So. And your artists are just limited to just Africans or everybody that is in the greater Houston area?
Well, we always want to be a representation of Africa and what we have to offer, but it's open to Africans in the diaspora and even people that are not of African descent.
I learned also that when you were little, you had a health issue that, I mean, if you don't mind talking about it, health issue that caused you to also give back rather to Texas Children's Hospital. Can you shed more light on that?
So, so when I was younger, I used to have issues with my health, and that sent me to the hospital, and Texas Children's Hospital was the main hospital that I was, recovering at.
Do you mind talking about that illness? Do you mind letting us know what kind of illness and why you chose to support them?
It was sickle cell anemia. So,
okay.
Just battling that, but now I'm healed.
Thank God.
I'm healed by the blood. I believe that strongly. So. Yeah, so that was what I was battling, and it was some of the toughest times in my life, and I would always look up, and wonder like what will become of my life. What is there for me? Like, how will I get out of this, this place? But the altruism of that hospital, from the staff, the doctors, the nurses, the people who weren't even had any like medical relation to what they did, they had camps and everything. So that really helped with the recovery process. So I was just so moved. Mind you, this was when I was just very, very young. I was so moved that it left a lasting impression. So I wanted to do something. Not only put on an event for entertainment, but put on an event that could gather like different people together in a room, and also give back to organizations who are making impact
in the lives of their patients and all around. And Texas Children is they're phenomenal. Right. Yeah. So. And thank you for doing that, right? Thank you for sharing your story. And a lot of people always like to keep stories like that, stories that touch, we call it. to themselves. But you, unashamed, you came out, you talked about it, and you let it out, and that is letting yourself go, and also using that as a medium to give back to those that helped you. And that creates awareness for, people. Maybe a lot of people have gone through something like that in the past also, and they don't see it as a way. They just feel like, oh, I'm healed, and thanks to the doctors and nurses. However, they never thought about it like, oh, I can always do something back to, because there will be people that will be in need of their kind of treatment to you, and the kind of love and affection they showed you,
Exactly.
and so that's a way to get it in their head that you need to do something, and that also encourages the staffs too, the nurses, the doctors, to do even much more and do better, right? So I learned also that you're creating a platform for mental health awareness. You want to talk about that?
So this is what we're championing for the second Peacex Culture Fest, which will be happening July 28th, which is right around the corner.
That's exactly a month from today.
Right, yeah, right around the corner. So I talked because I went to the University of Houston. I'm a graduate from there, and I was very involved. I was a part of student government, the Student Government Association. So I represented the College of Education as a senator. Also,
Oh, wow.
Right. So, and also I put in place a self-defense program because there was a lot of, criminal activity happening around the campus. So instead of, relying on someone else, why not take it upon yourself to defend yourself if that need be. So while just by my involvement, I've just made so many connections with directors, and so the director of the Wellness Center at the University of Houston, I just talked to him, and he shared with me a program that they educate faculty, staff, and students about mental health illness. And it's also connected to a national program. So with that, we just, set up a partnership and a collaboration to, give back to that program, because that program is very necessary, especially in the climate that we're living in today.
A lot of people don't even want to talk about their mental health disability. I remember bringing on one of the very well achieved doctor who happens to be a Nigerian, Dr. Victor Oderinde. He shed more light on it that day, and I learned a thing or two, because one of the things he said was people are not usually comfortable talking about their stuff. So, but when they see that you're one of them, they can relate to you better, and you have a platform that's creating awareness for things like this, that people need to speak up. We see a lot of people dying of depression, dying of this. People also don't understand that mental health is something that is very sensitive, right? So, I just feel like, once we are aware, we can accept others for who they are, right? So, and I just, once again, thank you guys for what you do in that regards. And lastly, you have a platform that says Make a Statement Fashion Show. That's a show that's coming up or something.
Yes.
So Make a Statement Fashion Show. I mean, bring me into that quickly.
So we came up with that. That's included in this year's Peacex Culture Fest, the Make a Statement Fashion Show. So we wanted to do a fashion show because we hear about New York, we hear about LA, but we really don't hear about the vibrant fashion community that's right here in Houston, Texas.
And we do, oh my goodness, we are fashionistas,
yes,
men and female.
Definitely. So we have Houston's finest fashion designers and models for breathtaking performance. I will also be giving an exclusive performance as an artist myself. It's going to be a showcase that you just don't want to miss.
When is that coming up?
It's coming up July 28th, Sunday from 4 to 8. Tickets are on Eventbrite. So we're saying that like early bird tickets are going fast. So please get your tickets. It will be on the screen or actually the director's social media will.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, Holiday, why don't you bring us into that? Because I mean, this is where you get to shine your light on what you do, man.
Well, I work as the social media director for Piece by Piece, and on a day-to-day basis, me and my social media team, we focus on promoting our brand and also empowering the world, because that is our goal.
Right.
So every day we're out here trying to promote the Peace Culture Fest coming up, our fundraiser nights, tips, like, because people look at our page, we want to be a beacon out there to give people inspiration and hope. So posting a good business quote, some tips about life, something that can help anybody
And encourage anyone that is down.
You never know. Like, it's like a needle in a haystack. You will never know that one person who is struggling, who needs that one tip of advice.
And that could just change anything for them for that day positively.
Change trajectory. But yeah, that's what I do at social media. You can follow us on our page at Peacexpiece Official, PEACEXPIECE Official. And you can email us at peacexpiece@gmail.com.
So Peacexpiece, you know, he's American. He's fully American, but he's from Nigerian origin. So I'll help you a lot. It's Peace is PEACE, X as in xylophone, as in X-ray, yes, and Peace, PIECE, right? And then you can continue the rest.
Yeah, peacexpiece@gmail.com. And also you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Peacexpiece Inc. And you can follow us on Facebook, Peacexpiece.
Well, you heard it. Well, thank you, official, right?
At Gmail.
At gmail.com.
Okay. Okay. So, well, I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to come out to talk about this, to again giving our people hope, giving our people the voice that they need to be heard, and for not envious of other people's talent and actually bringing them in with you to showcase what they have and the gift God has, you know, given them to bless the world with. And I hope you guys find favors. I know you said you're seeking sponsors also, so that's how sponsors can reach out to you guys, and you know, yeah, let us know how this is. Keep us posted. We would love to be a part of it and join y'all to, you know, to make this a very, very eventful, big thing. You make it very eventful. That is what we do here at Afrocentric Television. You know, we trying to showcase the beauty of Africa and things Africans in diaspora are doing positively. All right. So, well, you heard it all. So please don't touch the dial. Stay tuned.
It's your boy Easy. Yeah. Are you ready? If you give your heart to me, I no go let you go. Where I no go do you, basa basa, baby, trust in me. When you give your heart to me, I no go let you go. Where I no go do you, basa basa, baby, trust in me. I go do your body like skin tight. Where I go do by your side. 10 times when I no get to stick out, you dey by my side. So make I do your body like skin tight. Where I go do by your side, 'cause 10 times when I no get to stick out.
Hi everybody, my name is Tommy Favored. I am a singer, songwriter, author, speaker, and a wife and a mother. I am very much Afrocentric.
Say they give this power to the young hands we connect, no be wrong hands will go carry money go down. What's up, my people? My name is Alex Kuba. I'm an actor and I played the character Legit in the movie Power of One. If you're in Houston on the 12th of July, we're bringing to you the biggest movie of the year, The Power of One. We premiere Power of One at the AMC Cinemas in Donville Road. So please, guys, come on out. Let's have a great watch and enjoy the movie. This event is powered by Shepherd Night Entertainment and Nevada Bridge Pro. See you guys.
Welcome back to My Community on Afrocentric Television Channel 15.8. As you know, we always bring you the best of the best, especially as it happens to the Africans in diaspora. And here today we will be talking about, one major issue as diasporans in the United States. Here locally in Houston or anywhere you may be in the United States in general, there are some factors that we probably just do not understand. We contribute so much to the GDP of Nigeria or Africa in general, but we still go unrecognized. So I have one of, it's not strange to our studio here, but one of our very good friends who happens to be Mr. Faith Badmus. He is the former president of the Nigerian Association, Students Association of Perryville University, here in Texas, and now is the outgoing one, is the former one, of course, and now the current president for the National Association of Nigerians Youth and Professionals, of course, but it's youth-led forum. Well, Mr. Badmus, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, what is the transition like? Let me bring that first. I mean, first of all, I know the last time you were here with us at the studio, you wanted to empower the Nigerians in Perryville and nationally create a body where Nigerians can have a voice. Those from the diaspora that does not have their parents here, you want them to feel homely. You want them to be more comfortable. I know that must have been a lot of work, trying to unite Nigerian students all over the United States to have a common goal, a common voice, and but now you are not just in Perryville anymore. You have been ordained to take on the baton as the national president for students and professionals, as long as they are youth. You are the one governing the. How is that going for you?
Well, to me, it's awesome opportunity, and it was also born out of the passion to help Nigerian students. When we started, I founded the Nigerian Student Association in Perryville, and during March or May, I attended a conference in United Nations. So we met with the consular in New York. So we were invited again for another conference. So it was at that point we had the formal inauguration for the National Association, because I found out that we have Nigerian Student Association scattered across institutions in the United States, but we don't have a national body. So it's like everybody's operating in silos.
So we just understand that this is my school, and I understand the Nigerians. I don't know what's going on in PV or in Oklahoma or in NYU.
As a result of that, we are not being able to get quality information and resource from the mother body, which is like from the ambassador, from the consular.
The consular, yeah.
So we are not being represented. So it was on this note that we had to form this association to ensure that Nigerian students, Nigerian youths are formally represented. The last time President Buhari came to US, I'm not sure if the student voices were heard. I'm not sure if their needs were, properly presented before them. So it was on this note we created this to ensure that the Nigerian students, our welfare is attended to.
What is the age category that is, to be classified as a youth in the United States?
It's still open to, it's still open to like 45 or so.
Okay. So some of us will still fall under that then. So President Faith Badmus. All right. So, but today we want to talk about the impact of the Nigerian youth or Nigerians generally in diaspora in the United States. The impact they have on Nigeria as a country. So what are the challenges you think we are facing as regards? Because I know we send money through Western Union. What was this other Wave? Reptel, I think, is coming up with one. What is this one Walmart uses? This is as big as Western Union. But anyway, they send this money to Nigeria, and I know for sure that they said we contribute to a huge part of the nation's GDP, but yet we don't have that empowerment to even do anything in Nigeria. What do you have to say to that?
You see, to narrow that down to the specifics, in 2018, the over 20, I think more than $25 billion was actually remitted from diaspora into Nigeria.
Diaspora in general, as you can be in the UK, you can be in Asia, you can be anywhere.
The US contributed much. The people in US, Nigerians in US, they are in the top of the list.
Okay.
And this money is over I think over 80% of the federal government budget. So it shows that economically we're empowered, we're helping the nation. But when you flip it on the other side, to some extent, there are certain things that we've been disenfranchised from. Why is Nigerians and diaspora don't have the voting rights? That would be another issue. But what we are like facing on is, what exactly can we do to empower Nigerians? Not in diaspora, Nigerians in diaspora, what exactly can we do to improve our economy? We looked at it from three angles. We looked at it from skills transfer, we look at it from investment, and we also looked at it from trading. So it is on this three platform we are trying to come up with different plans. How do we improve our economy down there? We need skills transfer, which is like exchange program. We need direct investment. We also need trading.
So skill transfer first off. Nigeria, from my understanding, did not make it easy, or has not made it easy for anyone in diaspora to go back to Nigeria to invest. I mean, what is your body, your organization doing about situations like that? You know, talking about, I want to go to Nigeria and I will need a platform where I can invest and I can trust that my investment is not just going to go into shambles.
So to answer that question, you see, it's a very broad question, and we've been trying to attack the questions gradually. Last week, we invited the vice president was invited for a town hall meeting in New York. Different stakeholders, youth, students, different people came, and part of the things that was deliberated or were deliberated upon are these issues. Nigerians wants to invest in diaspora. How do we go about it? We feel that a better way for we to do is for we to have the consent of the government, the federal government.
Yeah, I thought that's the function of the FDI.
Yeah, so like that was how we invited them. Okay, these are the businesses we want to do. How exactly are we going to go about it? You want to do this business, who do you want to meet? You know, at times you get to Nigeria, the bureaucratic process becomes so long that you get frustrated. So what we are trying to do as an association is we are also liaising with the consular in New York and also the people in Nigeria when people want to do business, that these are the processes for which you could get them done. Have
you guys tried working with Chamber of Commerce here in the United States? Because I know we have a lot of Chamber of Commerce that bridge the gap for people in diaspora that are willing to, I mean, people in Africa coming to the United States that wants to do business in the United States. They help them navigate, you know, they show them the rope and everything. Are there organizations like that in Nigeria that if I want to go to Nigeria, I can reach out to certain organizations to help me, direct me? Or, because one of the best way to go about it is, if you're a U.S. citizen, you can talk to the U.S. Embassy on ground in Nigeria, and they can direct you. They can help you do some, you know, legwork, which will make your life much more easier. But are there organizations like the here we have the U.S. Bilateral Chamber of Commerce, we have the Nigerian American Chamber of Commerce, we have all of those Caribbean Chamber of Commerce, all of those things. We want to do business in the United States. Do we have similar things in Nigeria, organizations in Nigeria that can help you, navigate your way in Nigeria if you have to do business.
Yeah, definitely. We have there's Chamber of Commerce. We have their office in Lagos. We are yet to do partnership with them, and we also have other associations and bodies that help to regulate businesses. But what we are trying to do first is to build the trust of the people in diaspora,
because a lot of people have been burnt.
You understand? So we don't just want to jump the step. The first step is we want to have a good association. We want to disseminate quality information and build their trust. So when people have trust in an association, body, they'll be able to give back to society.
Right.
And we want to make it as transparent as possible. We are not giving money to anybody. We are making this thing transparent for you to do businesses with different organizations. So, but first thing we want to do, we want to build the trust issue. Most people have gone to Nigeria, they've done businesses, their hands have been burned, some have been killed, some have been kidnapped in the process, and they're like, man, I'm not going back to that country again. So what we're trying to do first is to build the trust. Have a community, have a body where we share ideas together.
But we just don't want to talk.
We want to
there has to be some level of execution.
That was why I said the first one is to build the trust. The second one is to go into, like you asked for, the exchange program. For example, there's a program we are trying to initiate. We would initiate that program. By July, some of the team will be going to Nigeria.
That's next month.
Yeah. They want to empower local farmers on requisite skills, tools on how to access quick resources. For example, where I work, we do research in agric. They have this robotic farming. They have climatic farmings. These are ways through which farming can yield better products. So we're trying to go back to the roots, to people at the local level, because one of the ways through which you could sustain development for a long period of time is people at the local level. How do we empower them? So we're also looking at the farmers, we are looking at the peditry.
As human resources.
Yeah, so for now we are looking at the farmers. Equip them with skills, equip them with tools, equip them with exposures on how to make their farming business yield well, because we believe that when we have a robust farming system in Nigeria, there will be access to food.
Other than food, but there will be diversion or divestment, I will call it, from oil and gas to agriculture and other aspects. And then you did mention something about trading.
Okay.
What is the organization doing about trading?
Yeah, for the trading, in response to that question, there will be an African Trade Union, African Trade Summit.
Okay.
By July 15.
Where?
It's coming up in New York.
New York, okay.
Nigerian House in New York. So on this platform, different people will also be coming to discuss on what are the trading opportunities available for people in Nigeria, credible trading opportunities. Because at times people make mistakes, they just jump into the Nigerian system without understanding the best opportunities for them. Some people, okay, I want to do trade, okay, I'm handing this money to my uncle, I'm handing this money to my sister.
Because that's who they can trust.
Yeah, but when you have like a trade center, you have people you could trust. It is easier for them to, okay, this organization is doing this. For example, I registered a company in Nigeria last 2 months. Formerly, it was very hard. But I went through some processes. I did everything online because I have the information. If I had not had the information, the person, I was calling someone and the person was telling me that the money I'm going to pay, it's like 100% of what Corporate Affairs Commission will charge me.
Yeah, it usually goes for like 80 to 100 and something thousand.
No, the one I did was for, because they are on promo now, slash 50%, it was 23,000. I registered the company.
And you were able to get everything, and you did it online.
I did everything.
That's a huge leap, a huge, advancement.
So most people are not aware of that.
Yeah, I'm not either. So
I did everything online. In fact, they are on promo. Formerly, it was 10,000. Now it's 5,000. So there are other businesses that, to some extent, will have credible agency. I called their number from US. I wasn't calling anybody again. I was calling their agency, and they attended to me. We had issues front and back, do this, do this.
So let's talk about taxes.
Yeah.
And that's a way to, if you're doing business in a community or in a country, you'll be able to pay your taxes, and that helps build the community where you're doing your business, right? So has there been, are you guys going to be able to work out a concession between the organization and the government, or the organizations you'll be working with in Nigeria to define what kind of concession they can give to people willing to come to Nigeria to do business, or, you know, and that's another aspect to look into if it has not already been explored.
That has not, to be frank, we've not looked at that.
Because if you look at the tax rates, the Nigerian government, you know, levy on people is high. Especially if you come from outside, you know, you're taking all this money in taxes. I'm not seeing what to do, no infrastructure to do my business correctly, and then you want to bill me on high. So it's really, really difficult to, you know, and if I get a tax break for several years, I can probably break even on time and then be able to pay my investors back, and, you know, maybe we can start, you know, billing then. But, you know, if we have a little, you know, maybe that's something I just wish your organization, especially youth going to Nigeria to do business, maybe that's something, you know, we can. Yeah, put that in your agenda, please.
We would actually look at that. That is why, you know, we need more people. We also need people like you. You know, we need a whole lot of people in this association. We need quality information. You have information I don't have. I have information you don't have. So we're trying to get as much as information we could get before we launch into the deep. Because when you don't have the correct information and you launch into this, I just want to go invest in the country, when you have issues.
Why don't we do an awareness for this? So maybe the next time I bring you on the show, we can talk in depth about what you guys have done. From the last time we spoke, which is today, to when we talk again. That way we can have like a measure that, okay, this thing looks like it's making an impact and it's a platform I want to be a part of. Because a lot of people probably don't know this existed, and I'm sure this position is probably new, because a few months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago, you were still here, you know, as the leader of the Nigerian Association on Purview. You were, at the time, you were still trying to create the national body, trying to connect with other, you know, Nigerian Association in other universities. But now you are the national president. So maybe there needs to be an awareness that there's a body we can go to as a youth or as a student in the diaspora that will help me with information that I need to survive in the United States and also back in Nigeria.
Yeah, that would be nice, because we are also trying to work on a database, a robust database, where we want to have a list of virtually all the schools in the United States and the different executives in the school. So through these executives, we'll be able to reach out to the students. Because we want to know the amount of students, Nigerian students in each school. We want to understand their roles in each school. So having that database, it will give us a better idea.
Yeah.
For example, even on it's going to be a website that has a database. Also on the website, there will be like key positions. You're having issues with your visa, the consulars are there to help you out. You're having issues perhaps with your passport. You're having some issues. There are people you could call. So we want to build, that one is what we're going to do. We want to build more of a community of trust. Someone called me last week. Person is having some issues with his passport. I called one of the consular in New York. Luckily for me, the issue has been for over a month. I called him on Monday. I was so surprised on Tuesday it was done.
So, but do we have to go through the consulate at all times? Why can't there be a process? You know, Houston, for instance, we have the highest number of Nigerians that are living in any community in the United States, right? So why don't we have an embassy here? And that is not an issue. It's not something I want you to answer. It's just something we can address that maybe some other times, but, you know, because of our time. We need to understand that for people, you don't want me to fly to New York. You don't want me to fly to Atlanta. You don't want me to fly to Washington, D.C. just to go look for a passport. You can have, because we have that number here, you can have like a body that would say, okay, this is representing us. They are called, I think, they just represent the embassy. They do this.
Like officers?
Not necessarily officers. You can just do the collation of numbers. Then every once in a while, you send your people down here. They do the collation and they take it with them, or you fly it down over there with them, and they bill us for that. They're giving me comfort. I don't have to travel to New York, and that's like $300 to $500 round trip already. And then I still get to New York, I still don't get my passport done. I still have to pay for hotel for however many nights I'll be there. I still have to pay for food, and I'm still missing work. And that's because they don't work weekends. So, and that's something people can't risk too much of. So it'll be ideal, it'll be really nice if we can have a consular or a representative of the consular here that will do the collation once a month. They come in for the weekend and they get it done, and then that will be the one weekend in the quarter or one weekend in the month that they will do that. Maybe we can talk about that on the side, and then because of our time I have to cut this short, and so when we come back again we will be able to dive deeper a bit. I need us to do more research into what we're doing as a body, because it's still fresh, and I know it's a lot of weight that they are imposing on you right now, or it's so much to do. It's so much. We are Nigerians. We have a huge need in the United States, and that's going to be something you're going to have, especially the youth. That's a huge shoes you are stepping into. Well, I just wish you all the best. I hope you'll find the strength, the enablement to carry out this new line of duty, and to do us proud, right?
Thank you very much. I also have just a last word.
Please, and I need you also to tell us how we can reach the organization.
Okay, we'll be having a conference in 11th of July in New York. It's the Nigerian the African Trade Summit. They'll be having a representative from the New York Consul, the Consular General, and also other youths that will be participating in this forum. It will be nice when we have more people involved in such, because through people's participation will be able to build a robust system, will be able to build like more of a robust database. We want Nigerians in diaspora to be actively involved. We want people's involvement. We want to build a community of trust. So we'll be looking forward to people, we'll be looking forward to you to attend this event. It is from there we'll be able to move forward. So I look forward to seeing you at the event. It's coming up in New York, July 11th. I would get the flyer passed across to him as well.
Okay, so you want to tell us how we can reach the national body of representing the Nigerian youth?
Okay, for now you could reach me, Badmus Olatunde. You could reach me on my email address, faithbadmus@gmail.com. For now, we are still coming up with our website and a whole lot of things, because it's a new transition into a new phase, so there's a whole lot of things we are working on. But for now, you can reach me on faithbadmus@gmail.com.
That's faithbadmus@gmail.com. Well, Mr. Faith, I thank you once again. I appreciate you. It's always a pleasure having you in the studio with us. I know you are passionate about Nigeria, and I hope and pray that we survive this, and and the weights can be lifted off of you at some point. Well, you heard it all. I just hope we have more time to discuss this, because I know he has a lot to share with you and to share with us as the viewers. I hope the next time he comes to the show, we will be able to dive deep into what they have done so far, because it's still a new body, and they are upcoming, and I need us to support the movement and what they are doing. In the meantime, don't touch the dial, just stay tuned. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to your favorite channel, channel 15.8, Afrocentric Television. So, as you have heard, I am so inspired by what these young men are doing. The siblings especially, their focus is so generous. They are doing what adults actually should be doing and giving back. They felt the need to give back. They felt the need to empower more Nigerians, more Africans here in the United States, especially in the Houston metro area. And the other gentleman, Mr. Faith Badmus, I hope you enjoyed what he talked about, because there are a whole lot of things, a whole lot of challenges coming up as Nigerians, and they are trying everything possible to bridge the gap for us to be more comfortable in the United States if we have to do some business in Nigeria. And they are working with a whole lot of bodies. So we give them time to develop themselves, to build themselves, so we can tap into what they have to offer us as Nigerians in Houston and United States as a whole, because it's a national body now. Well, I enjoyed myself, and I hope you do. So for you to get more from us, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Afrocentric Television, on YouTube, that is. And on Instagram, it's at Afrocentric TV, and on Facebook at Afrocentric TV. And the Afrocentric is with a K at the end, not a C. K as in Kola, my name, yes. Well, until next time, enjoy the show and stay out of trouble.